Here it is, the first purchase, 2011 Chevy Aveo, manual. Didn't want to start earlier, but we got jumper cables and all that stuff, so we're gonna get her going. But here we go, first flip. We'll see how it goes. She's good. She's running, so we're gonna get her home now. I've never really fully driven a manual in America. Only my cousin's S2000. Let's hope it runs.
I can see the stars.
She's going. She is going. I'm just trying to see if everything works. Goes into second. All right, it's the next day. Pulled in the car into the garage. Turns right on after, you know, driving with it yesterday. And first thing I noticed is right when we were pulling in, my GoPro overheated because it was like unbearably hot. It's 101 today. First thing, right when I was like pulling in, the heat went all the way up. And when I got home, it wasn't smoking or anything, but it was just boiling inside the radiator. So we added a little bit of water before we left. But as you can see in here, I just ran it in here. It's pretty nasty in there. So we're going to do a full-blown radiator coolant flush / cleaning to get rid of that. And then I noticed that this hose here is duct tape. So I don't know if there's just no clamp on there. I do see a clamp, but we're gonna just fix that because that's the only thing that's really wrong with it. So we're gonna flush the radiator, take out the battery, charge the battery, just put on a tender and get her cleaned up. She's just a nasty mess. We'll go over all of that. Inside's honestly not bad. The only thing that's like not good is like the shifter boot just kind of ripped apart. But other than that, it just needs a deep cleaning. But yeah, the seats aren't ripped or anything like that. We're just gonna get it nice, clean, stain cleaning, all that. And yeah, get her out of here, hopefully within like 3 weeks or so. All right, we're replacing the radiator hose because it was just duct tape all over this one. It was completely ripped apart there. We're doing a coolant flush. I'm about to just put the new hose on to make sure the system goes all the way through. I did it already just half through the system, but we're gonna run it through the whole system with the car on. I detailed the engine, I would say like 80%. There's still some stuff, but this was pure grime. I had to go over it multiple times. That was like barely even seeable. I didn't really get it before because I just grabbed my GoPro now, but detailed the engine 80%-ish. I would say I'm soaking wet. Finally shade though, so it's easy to work on. First day done. It's still super hot outside, like here in the garage, here in my garage, my knowledge. It is 98 degrees and it's 9:30 at night, so I'm still pouring sweat when I'm in the garage. We got the car registered, all that kind of stuff is done, the legality behind it. But today we detailed the engine, replaced the radiator hose, did the coolant flush, like coolant cleaning I should say. But tomorrow we're gonna flush the coolant out and replace it with the new coolant. So that'll be like one and done, super easy. It's the second day. I'm gonna flush the radiator one more time just to get all the inside stuff out. I just took out the seats, but you can see in the sun, they do not look bad at all. The interior doesn't even need that much work. It just literally needs a vacuum, quick carpet cleaning. okay. Not what I wanted to do, but that's what we got out of it. Interior fully done. Transmissions or coolant's running good. Just took it around the block a little bit. It's not overheating. Interior's fully done. Got it fully cleaned up. We're just gonna get floor mats just because we got that right there. Kind of looks worse. I gotta do like a final. Like there's no way to take this stuff out. I tried everything and that's like the best you can get. It looks worse on video, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna get floor mats either way just because it's needed. But like that side, a lot better. Fully seats done. There, all the inside panels are done. Yeah, just gonna get floor mats for it. All right, so we're gonna fully clean the car on the outside. Again, interior's fully done. Just need to do like another wipe down, but it smells like a new car in there. It smells nice and clean. We already got the indoor jams done and all, but again, we'll probably have to like do a little touch up at the end. But you can see just really caked on all that, the option stuff. Tires, they're just really caked on. We're gonna get that painted, so we're gonna keep these on right now for the first wash, just to wash them, and then we'll take them off. But spider web buildup, I'm just gonna vacuum the, because I didn't do the trunk yesterday. So we're gonna just vacuum that up. Nothing needs to be done. Just this vacuum, we might power wash this part as well. Be nice and careful with it, and just get that vacuumed up. Don't get a GoPro, go with a DJI. I literally had a fan running here, pointing at the GoPro, just sitting on this, pure shade, and it overheated in like 30-40 minutes. It's like I touch it, it's hot to the touch in the shade. It's a fucking shit camera. I'm gonna get this done and we're gonna paint the wheels really ghetto quickly, but it's gonna make it look a lot better, just because that's just hard water stains, but you can see, or I mean like sun staining, but we're just gonna paint it black on there. So just a quick little touch up, just so it's better underneath on those hubcaps. So we painted 3 of them just so you can see it before and after. That's not like fully done, that's like the first coat, but again, just like a touch up color compared to that with the hubcaps, how they were on there. So when they're on there, you can see how it looked like that. It's gonna look like that. Way cleaner of a look. And I got 2 cans of spray paint. I used maybe 1/8 of it. So that costed me 30 cents. Not fully done, but just gonna do the windows and then just stop to do that wipe down, but already looks so much better. Still gotta put the wheels back on, but you can see with the black, it just looks so much better rather than the rust color. But yeah, I just gotta do final wipe down and then windows cleaning, and then we're done. When I'm at Walmart, I'm gonna see how much hubcaps cost, because these are pretty like beat up, like they're in rough condition. And I remember back then when I had my first car, a Honda Civic, I had wheels on it, like actual wheels, but I remember looking at hubcaps when my sister had her first car. So this was probably like 2007, 2006. And during that time, hubcaps were like 20 bucks at AutoZone. So if they're still 20 bucks to this day, which I highly doubt, but if they're 20 bucks, we're gonna pick ourselves up some hubcaps that look decent for the car. But car looks fantastic for what it is, and inside looks all good. got the covers back on and get some floor mats and do one more trip to Walmart / AutoZone, and I'm gonna take some pics and try to get her to sell. That's the most exciting part. Car is fully done. Windows, I did some steel wool on like the black part to take some of the water spots off. Did a full wipe down on it. I did not get hubcaps. I was about to grab some, but they were like the 5 lugs. And I was like, it's just gonna look like, even though they look bad, it's gonna look tacky. And I was just like, whatever, we'll just keep the originals on. They were $30, so for about 17 years, they went up 10 bucks. So, but nice reflection off the windows, off the paint. Fully nice, super clean. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and list it. Got the floor mats in. Here's the interior. Not the best fitting floor mats, but they'll do. But yeah, it's all done. Take some pictures and let's see how it goes. All right, we are listing the car, 2011 Chevy Aveo LS hatchback. All the description runs great, just cleaned up, whatever. Basic description, keeping it nice and short. Listing it for $3,900, and we will see how it goes. You know, I'm hoping someone says, hey, let's do 32, 33, I'll accept that offer. I make the price from pretty much using everything, you know, Carfax values, Edmunds values, KBB, and then just using like local listings from Facebook and everything else. There's one like 2 hours away from here with about 20,000 less miles listed for, I think like $5,000 or something like that in Twin Falls, Idaho. So I think 3,900 is a pretty fair deal, you know, it being a one owner. The car costed me $1,155 and like 10 cents. That's with all fees. I'll add $10 to that because I did a cashier's check. So the registration was $105 if I remember correctly. The floor mats were $18. The radiator hose was like 19 something. So let's just say $20. The filter was like $6. Let's just say $50 for all liquids that we use. Just another $30 just for the water used, electricity, all that stuff, right? Just the little things. But all in all, with everything, we're, let's just say $1,400 into this vehicle. That's with everything. So if we could sell it for, you know, even $3,000, that's a $1,600 profit for about 20 hours, let's just say. We'll just say 20 hours. So if we get it for $1,600 profit and we sell it for $3,000, which I think it's gonna sell for a little bit more, I'm, you know, hoping, cross my fingers, we're at $80 an hour, which is freaking awesome. All in all, we'll see how it goes, and that'll be the next update.
So the engine pulling in here, the engine just got hot, and then it made it sound like something hot.
As you saw there, I had someone test driving it, but I don't know if you can see on the video, there's a trail of liquid going behind the car. Another radiator fuse, or not fuse, hose blew. So the hose behind the thermostat completely blew off, but not on the thermostat side, it was like on the other side. So I just need to replace that hose. Super easy fix, not a big deal, but I told them I'll get that fixed and stuff, but we might need to replace the thermostat. I know those are pretty cheap as well. So all in all, should be another like $60 to get that all replaced. Possibly a little bit more, but we'll figure it out. But they liked the car, just like right at the end that shit happened as they were pulling in. So damn, could have had it sell literally the next day. So we're gonna get that fixed and go from there. Bad luck. All right, so we're gonna replace the thermostat. I got one on order, and then this is the hose that blew right here. So that's the top part. That's the outlet hose. And it's just the one that connects to here. So we ordered a new one there. So we're gonna replace the thermostat because that's probably like just closed and it just built up pressure. And then we're gonna take off this tube, and then tomorrow the thermostat comes, and then on Tuesday the tube comes. So we'll get that replaced. It was like $35 for both of them. So Super easy to do, super simple. Should take about 30 minutes of my time, and then it should be good there, hopefully. All right, thermostat's in. Hopefully it's good. And we're just waiting for that part for tomorrow. So at least got half the job done. Just gotta slip that new tube on and we're good to go. The car is fully good. Just drove it for about 45 minutes. Pretty hard too. Never went a little bit overheat or over, never, whatever. Anyways, all good to go. Just drove it. All good. But bad news. The people that test drove it just bought another car about an hour ago. So that sucks. But I have another guy that's interested, but because I put in the listing that I have an appointment for new tires, he's expecting the new tires. So that sucks. Because I didn't make the appointment. I just said I did, but I did not. So I'm gonna have to make an appointment and do that. But yeah, car is all good. Sold it for $3,100. All in all, with everything put into it, we are $1,700 in the green. We worked on it for probably about 20 hours, which puts us, let's just say 25 hours just for the benefit of it, which puts us at $68 an hour for that car. I already bought the next one, so next video will be the next car. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me on my first flip. Wanted to kind of show you how it works and how it went. This one is going to be a lot more work because it is an absolute nasty fest in the inside. So this one will actually have a lot more work and a bigger transformation from it. There's some exterior stuff that I'm going to try to figure out and how to do. So this one's definitely going to be a bigger project, but I feel like it's going to have more money into it as well. So it's the original car that I wanted to get. We'll see it on the next one. But thank you guys so much for joining me. D628's out. That's not my outro. I haven't done my outro in a while. Like this video if you guys liked it. If you guys want to see more, subscribe. D628 out. I don't know.